last July, I saw this video of you painting on the streets there, Black Lives Matter mural in front of the Trump Tower. And I wonder, they're in New York, and I wonder, what is she thinking right now? When you were doing that, were you afraid? What made you decide to take a bucket of paint and go out and do that?
Okay. The way we did it was my best friend's idea. But the motivation behind it was, I'll tell you, I think, was it 3 days? Three or 4 days before that happened, my cousin was in Staten Island and he got into a shootout. Now, understand, my dad, my cousins and my family members all been to jail, gangsters, the stuff that these rappers rap about. Yeah. I have family members that live this. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be out in Staten Island in a shootout, you know, I've heard constant things about that. It's normal. If he's there at shootout, okay, typical him. Right. Now, in this instance, he gets shot in his legs. He almost dies, right? And my thing is, Black Lives Matter will raise hell and havoc when a white cop kills a black man. Yeah. But now there is pungent black on black crime. Okay? And nobody's saying nothing. And now because of this Black Lives Matter thing and this looting thing, crime in New York had went up 200%. Yeah. So now it's like, I'm getting phone calls of personal family members that are being affected because this is literally lit on the streets. So for me, I'm just like, I felt like the Democrats and Black Lives Matters was working together to say, you know what? We're going to get rid of the police because we know those ignorant niggas. They're going to kill themselves. That's what they do. They ain't monkeys. They animals. Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. I believe that was that initial plot. And then they just put a finesse out. So now I'm like, no. I'm going to expose you for who you really are. So that's where the paint came from. And that was the motive.
Amazing. And so I saw the cops restraining you. Did you know that? Were you like, did you think they were against you at the time, or they're just doing their job?
Well, the cops knew what I was going to do before I did it.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm. Me and Emma went up to the station, and we met a cop that will remain nameless. Right. And we told them that what we were going to do. We told them we wanted to stand with you and we wanted to honor you. And so we are going to go and represent you. And the crazy part is that cop had said she was on the phone with her mother the night before, and they were praying together. And then the cop was like, Mom, where's the church? Where are the people of God to stand against this? Now, Marjorie's cop is black. This is a black cop. And so then when we came the next day, she was like, wow, like this is an answered prayer. So we told her we were going to tell the chief. She said, no. Don't tell my chief. Just go do what you got to do. And when you're done, we got you. We're going to take care of you.
Oh, amazing. So, perfect. Mm-hmm. That is cool. And you were chanting, refund the police. That was bright. I like that.
Fund the police. No, now check this out. The black people at first, they were clapping because they thought I was like trying to make another protest for them. Yeah. But when the guy heard refund the police, he was like, F you. And then he tells the cop, arrest her. So the same ones that's talking about defund the police is now like, arrest her. And the cops was like they were trying to give me as much time as possible so I can get as much paid. But they ended up arresting me.
That is amazing. So did they end up charging you with anything, or they just let you go? Oh, yeah.
So they charged me with criminal mischief, but Mayor de Blasio was calling up there, and he was trying to get them to charge me with a higher charge so that I would have to get bailed out or like sent to Rikers Island. But what they would do is they hung up the phone on him. They would not pick up the phone for him, and they said, no, you're leaving out of here with a desk appearance ticket. They rushed my paperwork. When I said me and Emma were out of there by 7 o'clock, and they actually we got word about other murals that were not protected in New York. And we hit a couple of those too that night.
Oh, did you?
We sure did.
That's amazing. Yeah, according to the New York Post, the New York Post reported that you did it twice more that day in Harlem and Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. And did you were people attacking you about that with a crowd?
Also. 100%. When we was in Brooklyn, we almost got attacked by some guys. They was sitting out there drinking, and when we came and they seen us pouring paint on the murals, I mean, they started to come. They were so aggressive, they almost hit us. But we got out of there in time. Yeah. And we tried to tell them, like, wake up. You're being used. wake up, you know? But we got flack. I mean, we got flack regardless.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they did charge us. So we are fighting that case right now for the Brooklyn one. We're fighting that now, but the other ones got dismissed.
Oh, good. Amazing. My son used to live in Brooklyn, and he took his family and got out of there. And they did it right in time, too, because as soon as they moved, that's when the whole Black Lives Matter thing started, and Chinese virus started. So he was blessed to get he and his wife and children out of New York in perfect timing.
Thank you, Lord.
I know, it's amazing.
I did to Tennessee.
I'm sorry?
I did, too. I moved to Tennessee.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
You like it down there?
I love it.
I know that you were attacked a lot on social media, but you also got a lot of support, right?
I got a lot of support. I feel like, I mean, the amount of attacks that I was getting, it was no comparison to the support I got. And I feel like the more they attacked, the more supporters they brought my way.
Yeah.
But I mean, so many people just felt like, wow, this is a breath of fresh air. Finally, someone gets what we've been trying to say and express. And I mean, they just felt encouraged to just do what I did and stop, you know, I'm white, I can't say that. I'm like, no, you being white means nothing. Truth is truth. Say what you have to say. You don't apologize for being white or whatever. Truth is truth, you know? So we got a lot of support for that.
Amazing. I know you were a liberal at one time, and then you met this person that introduced you to God. What did your liberal friends think of you once you stopped thinking and being that way?
Well, they're not my friends no more. They're not. How about this? I'll say this. They will never come out and outwardly support me, but a lot of them watch what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They watch me and they keep eyes on me. And I believe the Lord is doing something because I'm consistent.
Yeah.
And I think that means something. But for them, it's like they're still caught up in, you know, when liberals, the trap with liberalism is this. You want to please everybody. You do what is socially okay and what you think fits the bill to be cool. And so a lot of them just are really insecure and really don't know a way out. And of course, because of what they watch and what they hear, they're like indoctrinated in it. And so, I mean, I don't know what it'll take, but I'll tell you now, you know, we can't, when we get together, it's like oil and vinegar because I'm on kingdom time and they on the world. It just doesn't work.
That's amazing.